pay 2 months worth, so they got themselves caught back up while I was gone last week, so.
Well, what do you think?
Anyway,
Jessica?
Cheryl's gonna show up, she wants people to pack food up.
Do you wanna contact the food bank and ask
Pack
them where
food
their
up,
rent's at?
yeah.
I said, you see me
I
park
can.
out front?
Do you,
Someone
do you
come
think
out there,
we should
eat.
do that? What do you think we should do? Or just give them another month and see what
I don't know,
happens?
cause normally she's not,
Well, that's one of,
Well, you can see,
she's consistently paid.
Or,
she may think that she's paid. She might think she's
Why
paid
can
a
hell
month
did I
more than she
pronounce
has.
that frickin'
That could be, 'cause I know
I'm just gonna
I-
call,
She
Call her
knows,
Justina.
like, she's aware that
Yeah,
she's
I think that's
always pays a
another
month
little-
behind.
Okay,
just
okay.
another
For whatever reason,
task for
and, but, you
Justina.
know, like council on
It's not
aging, they swore
exactly
that they
on-
didn't, but that was from the
for,
get-go. So you just said, let that one
it's
slide
not
for what's
exactly
going on
in
here, but,
in her position description, but it's expected.
See, here's a bigger
Yeah.
issue, okay?
Subtle.
We don't have accounts receivable.
Pack us lunch.
Other than you knowing that they pay, and we were talking about that with the city, and other than the sheriff knows that he got his 25 grand. We don't have,
Right.
we might have, what do you
Where did
think,
we
at the
get
most,
this?
8?
Okay,
That's
she,
from Darcy.
this is hers.
Yeah.
If you were to look, ask your gut, how many revenue sources do we got that
More reliable.
we just
Yeah,
are lucky that they continue to pay because we really don't track it, other than you're tracking it?
right.
yeah, we've been,
People not paying. their
Is there, and I'm wondering if we need to keep an internal accounts receivable or something.
something's, yeah, that might not be a.
I think it's worth looking into to seeing how much, it may be a non-issue, you know, I don't wanna fix something that's not broken.
Are you gonna see Boyd?
Here, how would we know other than you saying, you know?
Me just happened to look at
And
that.
you're keeping a set of side books that you
Are you
really
gonna
don't have to.
Are you gonna see Boyd?
I can put it in
So-
our,
Yeah, dude.
Just a
Yeah.
thought of
His birthday was July 1st.
regular revenues we get that a typical business would be billing for. We'd be saying, you owe us that.
why don't you send invoices to Council on Aging and Food Bank?
Well, that's what we're
Like,
talking
Council-
about.
Yeah,
Yeah, that may be something that needs to start happening. And I don't know, I don't think Chris, as far as I know, Chris wasn't sending out.
No, and then there's the airport. and-
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I was wondering if council and agent couldn't pay him their rent,
well, this
Yeah.
is the food
This is
bank.
the food bank.
all the food banks.
Yeah,
We
the
don't
food
know
bank's
about
2
all
months
this,
behind.
They
Council on
changed
Aging
course.
paid 2 months worth last week, so they were behind, but they're caught
They're making sure.
up to the where they think they're caught
They're
up.
making sure we
So the
don't
food bank
catch them in
owes
default.
2 months.
Yeah.
But the food bank just
Mhm.
changed
Are
the
they
board
actually-
or
are they
head
still
or
serving
somebody,
food
cause
over
I've been
there?
trying to get
Far
money
as I
out of
know.
them for the
Oh, they have.
Kennedy Drive.
Supposedly they're
So
going to
supposedly they
wages.
changed their board.
Well, I'll bet you they're getting
Or
regulations.
Yeah.
head, something.
Cause it was
So check
Sherry
with-
Plancha.
They're
It's
trying
not
to
her.
get people to donate.
Okay,
more
that's
money.
who
Check
had been,
with-
so.
Well,
Check with
those
Nancy
evil
Peterson
commissioners
at
are
the
shutting
Golden
us
Temple.
Yeah,
Nancy Peters.
Golden Temple.
we'll have to talk.
Well,
I had to
surely,
get her
surely
to
get-
Laura
She
was
was gonna give
misinformed.
paperwork to somebody.
I think Laura came in here
Because they
thinking.
changed
So we don't know who's in charge?
She'd be
No, I
chewed
don't.
out.
Well, yeah, because he
But
thought
I
we were
talked to
doing it.
Nancy
Yeah.
at the Golden Temple.
We're certainly involved.
How much is their rent?
We aren't in control.
644?
644.
No,
No,
that's a check. number.
2, I don't think they
Well, you don't
amount
have
on
the
there.
amount, so, well, then what the hell good is it?
250.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 months. Well, if they, cause I was gonna, I'll tell them they're 2 months behind, and but if they ask, well, how much? I'm like,
Yeah, okay, well, I'll check on that for sure, but if they've got a new one, maybe we can say now cause they should be prepaying per month, you know, typically. So
Yeah.
the last one they paid was May, so, no, April. So they paid,
So
so
they
they
owe
owe
for
for
May,
May, June, and
and then
then
they'll owe July.
should be July, really, cause they
They
should be.
won't be open again until Monday.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I
So of these figures here, do you have an idea as to how much more you can add to the investment side?
Well, so like right now where I'm at, what, 3 point whatever million, so I could probably move. I wanna just do a double check and make sure there's nothing else I need to write money out of, or,
Did
you
we
know.
did we buy an ambulance or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make sure that,
Well, what have you been keeping it at, about 2 million?
I tried to, yeah, yep,
She's
So
been
there's
trying,
So you might have about a 1.8 or so?
that, yep,
Well, you actually have 5.4 in there now.
No, that was at the end of
At
June.
the end of June, okay.
Yep, and then I paid
Maybe
money
about
out,
this.
brought us down to the 3
Okay,
point.
I think we had
so
some big purchases.
Mhm.
she's gonna add another million
So at
and a
least
half
a
to
million,
this.
yeah,
Okay,
that we can move over, so. And then, so as far as tax deeds go, you know, the two properties,
Oh,
the, Susan Hasties and, Dick Hageland. So Billings Credit Union called to get a payoff for Susan Hasty, that they were supposed to have the check here by June 30th. So I have a feeling that one's gonna get paid eventually, but somehow something's getting a little caught up there.
Okay.
And then the Dick Hagelin one, we can't seem to get a response from
Anybody?
any of his, or you know, the one son that we have, he just lets it go. Well, Jenny Seamster was in asking about it, and she's got a contact for him, so she said she's gonna try to work with him and see if he'll just sell it to her, and then they'll get those taxes paid off, and so hopefully that's the way that goes. Otherwise, if it goes to tax deed and you guys choose to auction it off, then Jenny would be interested in trying to,
I was gonna ask you, if Mike Kowalski's behind on his, that house down there, south of the busy bee.
that one,
'Cause I
someone has.
talked to him the other day, and I said, what are you doing with that house down there? He didn't sell it to FEMA or anything, he said, well, we're just letting it go.
Yeah, so there was a couple that took an assignment on that one, so
Oh, they did?
they're gonna end up with it, the tax deed at the end of this.
Okay.
Floyd was asking about that, Floyd Fisher.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You never moved into it?
We can't now, it's assigned, right?
Right, yeah, so, I mean, it's at the process
He
where
was
they'll,
wondering who owned it.
Your
This
assignment
is
can
out of
fall too.
Kowalski's.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they've done all the assignees done everything they need to, now it's just waits till August 1st when I can write them the tax deeds, so.
Okay.
So they get the deed to the property for paying the taxes.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Gosh, if you're not paying attention, somebody could get your property, wouldn't even know it, would
Yeah.
you?
Well, and the thing is, I have to send out so many notices saying, you're gonna lose your property if you
Yep,
don't,
yep.
you know, so it's like,
And they even
They
have a year
can,
yet that they can.
But then
buy
they
it
can
back.
pay it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, the owner
yeah, I don't.
Oh, okay.
has got the right to come in and still redeem it.
But no, he said they're just gonna let it go. They're letting it go.
Yeah, and he, cause he had talked to me about it, you know, and he said, cause he had said, well, what if I have, because there's so many cousins or whatever, you know,
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
ownership is just so, and he said, well, what if I have like a friend put an assignment on it, they end up with it, then they deed it back over to me if
At
I
least it'd
choose
be
to
one
keep it.
person, huh?
Yeah, and that was quite a while ago, so I said, well, you know, if you have a trustworthy friend.
Well, that's a good question though.
But-
Yeah.
And then I also learned after that, and I haven't talked to him about it, cause he said he was just gonna let it go anyway.
Table.
So they could quiet the deed, or he could go through the courts and do some, quiet the deed somehow, quiet the title, which would, so, and I think he has to prove that he was the one that had been paying the taxes, which he hasn't been, but I mean, you know, up until he decided not to. There's a way to do that, which and I'm just like, I have enough on my mind, you can go ask the court how that works.
Well, he
But-
can do the quiet title part,
Right.
to get rid of his,
The
all of
others.
his relatives,
Mm-hmm.
or they have to respond to him anyway, and if they don't, well, then he becomes the owner. But,
But the assignees,
What he's
talked with
doing
the
is-
assignees.
that's a good question that he asked, because what you're saying is that this fella can get the tax deed and then give it to him, the one owner.
Yeah, but that's not the way it's actually happening. Someone else has done the tax, or taken the assignment and talked with him, and they're just gonna keep it and fix
Oh, they're
it
gonna
up
keep
and
it.
keep it, yeah, and
Okay.
and then rent it out, and I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
boy.
well, that's in the flood zone, there's rules
Wow.
for that, and
Yeah.
so I'm like, well, that's not my business, but just wanna let you know, before you go through this, there are rules on what you can and
You know,
can't do in
but
that
that's
flood
better
zone.
than us owning it.
Yeah, I know, I'm like, give somebody else the headache, if you wanna go for it, go for it. Okay, and then, So I'm getting prepared for the county transportation meeting
Okay,
that we have on the 23rd, been working on that. I need to get the JV figured out for the fair market value that we have to post at the end of the year to get to, well, I have to get to Justina, but I guess Cheryl's still doing the JVs. Chris had done them last year, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll have that, get that done. And I'm trying to clean up my homeschool stuff so I can get notices out to them for the new year. Other than that, and then
Well-
just minor things here and there,
I
so.
was listening on this. I was just disrespecting you, is all.
Yeah,
As usual.
As usual. So it's the 23rd is the transportation?
yep,
I'm gonna make sure I got that.
What time?
10 o'clock in this building, or in this
In
office.
this room.
Wednesday, huh?
This is where they kinda go with the bus routes and all that good
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah, and we do have one, I'm still trying to get some more information
I
on
got you.
OPI, but I can't.
You're in.
Yeah, all right.
You're important enough to make my calendar.
We do have one, and I'll just give you a heads up, individual contract that we need to basically deny. And I'm trying to get the, the code that shows that we could, so
That
we'll
you
have,
can
we'll
deny
have one,
it,
we'll
okay.
discuss it. that
Do,
it's-
try AI, see what Montana annotated code allows. No, honestly. you'd be
Well,
amazed.
Justina actually found,
Yeah.
but there's like all these little loopholes, because it's like, well, so what the story is, there is a lady, a teacher at Millstone, they live in Jordan area, or the Jordan School District. So she brings her son with her to Millstone. So she's an out-of-district, so there's an out-of-district contract for it. Well, last year, we never even thought about it, and we, approved them for isolation, so they've got, 30-some miles that they drive.
It's like a $5,000.
So it's a $5,000 chunk of money that is getting levied to cover their transportation there. And, so Justina, when she was still the clerk, was talking to OPI or something come up, and OPI was like, you can't, if you're out of district, they can't have a
They're
contract.
responsible for the child's transportation.
Yeah.
But the problem
They're
is,
out
She
of
is.
district.
She is
They're-
out.
They get reimbursed if they're
Yes.
going within district. but-
Yes,
okay.
they are out.
but then, like the form that you fill out, the out-of-district form, it says right on there that the school can choose to do
Oh.
this.
If they
And
want.
then, so I reach out to the other county superintendent of schools, and they're like, no, there's no,
Yeah.
they can't levy for that. If the school wants to reimburse them, they can do, through their general fund, do like a travel reimbursement.
Right.
But you can't levy for that, and I'm like, somebody show me the proof that actually says this can't be done. Cause everything, when you find the one code says they may be responsible.
Yeah,
And like I said, that one, and I'm like,
that maybe is the one you don't want them to be like, well, it says.
uh-huh.
Well, I
So-
found with Montana annotated, you
It's a
read it
nightmare.
and then it takes you another
Yes,
code.
and that's what it does
And
with that one.
And so you get in this endless loop of
Yeah.
codes and,
But OPI had told me originally, no.
what's OPI, office?
Public instruction.
Oh, okay. Cause I've heard that term a lot, and I've never known what.
Well, and it's coming
I
up
have
now
to-
because of the tuition. We have to the schools have to input for tuition for out-of-county students, out-of-district students. So
Yeah.
that's how it all began, cause I was like, oh, there's a button for if you can charge the other district for their
But
transportation.
you probably have the other districts gotta agree to that.
But they, yeah, and
On this form, they both have
Right.
to sign.
And that's in but that's also in MCA, noted
See,
that
that makes
they are
sense to
not
me.
responsible
This
for
other
transportation.
district's gonna get levied, they'll have to pay for it.
Right, but it's in code that they're not responsible either, though. So I think there's just a lot of new things coming in and it's not meshing with what,
Yeah, but you think about common sense,
yeah.
what if it is less miles for you to go to another district? Is that the case here?
No.
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 Then
So
obviously they
that's a
should
whole
pay
different
for it.
code.
That's a whole different,
Yeah, that's a whole different
yeah.
code,
Yeah.
if if this
It
is the
shouldn't be less
situation,
miles,
there,
but it might be.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're living
right.
in this district, but you're closer to this
Yeah,
district,
and
then
there's,
that's a whole
yeah.
different code, then you can,
Yeah.
then that's acceptable, but this
That's
one
not the
is,
option,
Well, then I
Yeah.
can see why they should pay it themselves,
yeah.
right,
if they wanna go out of district.
right.
Otherwise, they've got a district choice that,
Well, and at that point, it was a no from the district, I mean, whatever it is now, I don't know, but, it was no, we don't wanna do that.
See, these transportation meetings are not uncomplicated.
Yeah, so anyway, and the thing is, if we, you know, we can talk about it, and if we deny the cause the whole thing is, you know, the actual isolation's the only
Yeah.
thing that, you know, but what isolation meaning, they get reimbursed at a higher rate because it's either due to distance or the roads are impassable at certain times and yada, yada, yada. So our transportation committee only covers those, and that's, of course, she applies for isolation because
Right,
of the
because
distance.
her road is impassable.
Well,
at
and the
times.
distance,
Yeah, and the distance.
so.
Now, it's even more complicated.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and the thing is, we can talk about it, if we deny it,
Jersey.
then she can appeal to OPI and just let OPI deal with it.
Yeah.
But, you know, so that's what I'm doing right now, is trying to gather up everything I can from other county treasurers and what code I can find, and, you know, just say,
Yeah.
let's,
Well,
I mean, well, I guess either way it's getting, cause even if they pull it out of their general fund, the taxpayers are
The
getting
taxpayers
are
are
getting
paying it.
hit.
Yeah,
for that.
yeah.
Well, I can see though if some person says, instead of taking my kids to this school, I want them to go to this school,
Yeah.
then they should have to pay to take them
Right.
to that school.
Right,
Right.
right.
But if, it sounds like this is complicated
Yeah.
because, but if it's impassable, I don't know, I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop.
Yeah.
Where does she
Stop.
live? Which road?
Jordan?
She come down Mosby, right?
Yeah.
But way far down.
Well, she's
Way.
over towards Sand Springs, I believe, isn't she?
I think she used to work in Sand Springs at that school and then it closed.
Oh.
Okay.
So far back. Her road is not good, but it really becomes the issue of it states in the MCA that if they are out of district, it is the parent's responsibility to get the child to the school, but then they give you, you know, but if, maybe, it's not like just straightforward. It says that, and then like you said, it drops down and gives all these
Well, the other
Other
caveat
options.
is she happens to be going to the school every day anyway.
correct.
So she just
Yeah.
rent her back seat to her kid.
So I just think there's a little, yeah, there's underlying stuff in there, but plus, if she's getting paid, right, to transfer her child, well, what if we have a handful of students from Roundup
Yeah,
that should be going to Roundup, but they aren't, and they're out of
Yeah.
district, and they come to Milestone, and they transport their children, but
They
we
never
don't,
ask for anything.
You don't.
but we don't pay for them, so now we're opening up a whole can of worms of
Yeah.
I
the
sent my
district is
second daughter to
possibly
Millstone,
be responsible
I didn't
for
even think to ask
a
the school
lot
to
of
pay for it.
mileage.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
And it
just
shouldn't
wanted her
be.
out of the place.
So I just think OPI, I think the MCA leaves a lot of room for her to fight. Well, it says maybe or
Well, it
if
sounds like
then,
it's
but
subject to somebody's decision.
right, which
It is.
But who?
But who?
Right.
Well,
And I feel like as the transportation committee, which we can talk about that there, but I feel like to be fiscally responsible, we should say no, you know, and then
Yeah.
if she wants to fight it, she can
Then
go up to
OPI.
OPI and let
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But that way, the taxpayers aren't going, to the transportation committee
Mhm.
agreed to that,
Mm-hmm.
or, you know, allowed that, and then, you know, so then that falls on us that we've given, cause it's like $5,000
Yeah, it was a little over
Yeah.
$5,000 a year.
that she gets reimbursed
Yeah.
for
Good
that.
chunk of change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I'd pay off my bar tab.
You go to the bar too much, Mike.
right, if that's the case.
That tab is way.
Couple drinks, yeah.
He buys other people too many things.
Yeah, they don't really so.
Anyway, that's my little
That's right.
headache in a nutshell.
All right,
I bring
well-
it down.
Sounds
So,
manageable.
yeah, I mean, that'll be nothing, even,
So that'll be our
something
fun
even
for
you
our
can know.
transportation.
Okay, well, I got you. You're on my,
Yeah.
I know a family they've decided they're not sending their girls to
Yeah.
Roundup this year. They're gonna drive, the girls are gonna drive themselves down to Shepherd,
Shepherd.
Casey, and Laura.
Yeah,
Wow,
it
Shepherd.
can,
Why Shepherd?
it's kind of a what time of the year deal,
I don't think
because,
Allow two
the
teenage
leaves
girls to
come off
drive
of
down to
them,
Shepherd
and
every
then
day.
It's an hour
Yeah.
drive?
plug up your
At
radiator.
least
So anyway,
down
just
that
have to,
road.
Yeah.
you just
Down
have to kind
87
of,
every day. No,
let's it's damn sure worth, well, I'm gonna do the same thing, so.
That's far.
You know what, Mike, she might
I'd
be
rather
tough
look
right
at
now,
the
so
leads on.
partially, I think it's worth talking to her.
I'd rather do it,
She's got money
cause I've
for
never
Travis
tried it in the
Change.
summertime, I just had it.
Well,
there.
kind of like
Yeah,
it
for
is.
county
Time, but-
healthcare
It doesn't
workers.
Yeah, I know.
exactly say it,
Yeah,
but yeah, this has got everything on it. Now, between the two of them. But it's 200,000, and she will get it, we all agreed to give it to her, just it was
Yeah,
$20,000 more money than we had in the kitty for that seat. And now, of course,
well, you don't wanna,
Now we
you don't
have a
want
new-
anybody to see you doing that, they'll turn you
New-
into the.
fill it up, and it'll fill up there.
That's about
Yeah.
what you need.
We had like
Cheryl's out there,
$500,000.
and she needs help.
Yeah.
Where's she at out front?
Right, yeah.
Does she need help?
You'd
Yeah,
think
they
so,
said she said she did.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, no, yeah, let's
I'm
proceed.
gonna talk to you if I can
Proceed,
do it.
yeah.
Lunch for everybody.
Lunch for
Yeah, yeah, shit, yeah.
We'll set up a donation card jar.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, we'll.
What'd she
take a
fix,
look
Mike?
at it.
Huh?
What did she fix?
Soup?
No, I have not called him, goddammit. I was just thinking about it, as I'm driving by your place today.
It will be good.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I watched somebody drive in there, I said, shit, I gotta call him.
Well, I gotta go home. To do the museum.
Where's this fellow, where's his shop at? Oh, you mean out there in Golden Creek? Yeah, yeah. No, mm-mm. The hell. Okay, alrighty.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
She says the cookie's still in the salad. In the salad.
All the cookies. All right, that's it. Is that it?
That's what she said. We gotta do what salad? What salad? Cookie salad, yeah. I don't know what cookie salad is. I don't eat cookie salad. Well, you know me.
You need to let people in the clerk's office know everything.
I mean, the whole, yeah.
Better call Barb too.
Yeah, it smells good.
Oh my, why did you get a plate? And put this, the soup on the plate. You're awful bossy. I know my husband. I was just seeing Kathy Turley, I didn't know her. She lost 110 pounds.
She did.
Kathy.
I can't believe that. So
Yeah, she's had 2 surgeries.
last time I saw her, she weighed just shy of 500.
She's lost 110 pounds.
Did you ever ask her about that?
No, she had, she said she had some acid reflux and. Thanks, Cheryl. Well, now we're gonna have lunch. Message, upstairs. Out in the bed. I think they're. Well, I was out smoking. And I drove by. You didn't have to wait like 1 minute. You wanna cut that, this, you want this, it's hot in here, Jesus, it's hot. Did you, tell the boys they didn't stay enough? Lunch?
What's that?
Did you tell the yes guys?
Yeah. Shocking. Walmart, I guess. Should do this every meeting, Danny, actually.
You don't know what there is.
Cool.
Looks good. Camper.
Well, what else is going on?
Tried to be healthy, see, broccoli salad.
Hmm?
Tried to get healthy, broccoli salad.
It's wonderful. No, I love it.